Hey guys, it's Sleeved Sarah, or Sarah Sleeved, as I believe it's on here. I'm so sorry I haven't updated in such a really long time. There have been quite a few bumps in my road since my surgery. And I'm back, feeling so much better. I don't know exactly where to start, so let's start from the beginning, I guess. So, I was sleeved on May 12th. Today is June 24th or 25th, however you want to look at it. It's after midnight, so I guess 25th of June, 2014. So I'm about 6 weeks and 2 days post-op, but a month and a half. And I'm down right now a total of 33 pounds. I just weighed myself in the kitchen. Right after I had my surgery, the first week, I thought it was going great. Lost 15 pounds the first week after surgery, which was awesome for me. I talked to my doctor, told him I couldn't really swallow all of my shakes and my liquids, and I was a little bit worried about it, and he scared me to death and told me all these horror stories, and so I basically lied to him and was like, oh, no, it's okay, I'm good. I wasn't. If there's one piece of advice I can give to anybody that has gotten gastric surgery or weight loss surgery, please make sure that you get your protein in and your liquids in and your vitamins. It's so important. I don't wish that misery on anybody, even my worst enemy. I was so miserable. The second week I lost another 10 pounds. Week 3, I ended up calling my doctor because I was so sick. I couldn't move. I could hardly walk. I didn't want to get up ever. I didn't ever want to get out of bed. I couldn't play with my daughter. And there was no doubt in my mind that I regretted this surgery. I thought to myself every day, what did you do to yourself? This was supposed to make your life easier. It's supposed to make your life better. You're supposed to be out there playing with your 1.5-year-old. And I wasn't. I was absolutely, positively miserable. I thought I was going to die. I was lethargic. I was nauseous constantly. I was weak and tired all the time and in so much pain. My whole body ached. And I finally decided to drive 3 hours to go see my surgeon. And he hooked me up to a PICC line of TPN, which is basically IV nutrition. They put in basically a permanent IV into one of your veins, and it goes all the way into your heart, or toward really close to your heart. And they pumped me full of all these liquids and vitamins and fatty acids and nutrients and everything that I needed, because when I got there, they took all my tests and my urine samples and all that fun stuff. And I watched when they drew my blood. Usually when somebody draws your blood, you can see the blood kind of spurting into the vial. When I looked down, when the phlebotomist was drawing my blood looked so thick. It looked like it was kind of just drooping into the vial, and it was gross. It scared me. I was really nervous about getting the IV, or the PICC line, actually. But I got it. It went in. Everything was fine. Within the first 48 hours being pumped full of everything, I felt so much better. My stepmom, again, Brianna, came with me to the hospital. She stayed with me for about 3 days, I think. 3 or 4 days. They finally sent me home with the PICC line in my arm. I had to get IV materials mailed to my house, overnighted to my home. IV bags, giant IV bags, vitamins that I had to put into the bags, syringes, gloves, sterile, everything. I had a nurse coming to my home every couple days to check on everything, and I had to tote around this embarrassing pump that sounded like a creature was in a backpack. It was a backpack with a little tiny pump in it that the line went through, and every so often it just made this horrific sound. And when I first got it, it literally sounded like a little creature just in a purse. It was weird. And it was embarrassing, and I felt so self-conscious. I just felt like a freak in my own house. My daughter kept trying to play with it and pull on it and tug on the strings and cords, and it was hell. I hated it. And finally, after a week of having the PICC line in my arm at home, I went to the hospital because it started to hurt really bad, and my home health nurse told me I needed to go in because she thought it might be infected. I went to the ER, and they said it wasn't infected. There was no sign of infection or blood clotting. They don't know why it was hurting. So since they couldn't fix it, I told them they needed to just take it out because I could barely lift my arm. Not only that, but I had a crazy allergic reaction to the adhesive. It had a giant adhesive over the whole thing the whole time I had it. Every time they had to change it, they would clean it with alcohol, and it stung really bad because it was breaking the skin. Just was not a good experience. Everybody, please just stay hydrated, stay nutritioned, get your nutrients. That's really my only thing that I could try to force upon people. You really need to do that. I thought I would be okay. I thought, oh no, you're heavy. You have lots of nutrients in your body. Your body will be fine for a minute, but I wasn't. I got really, really sick, and it was terrible. Anyways, so I got my PICC line taken out against doctor's orders. I still have a little bit of a scar from it. And you can kind of see if I'm in the light, you can kind of see scarring around that little dark spot from the infection, or not the infection, the allergic reaction. So besides that, so basically week 1 I lost 15 pounds, week 2 I lost another 10 pounds, week 3 I ended up back in the hospital, and with all of the stuff that they pumped me in, and just that 2 or 3 days in the hospital, I gained 10 pounds because I was so dehydrated. I needed all of that stuff to go back in. After that next week of being on the IVs for 14 hours a day, may I mention, I had to set up my IV bags, sterilize everything, hook it up to myself, and run myself on an IV for 14 hours a day. Not only that, but my boyfriend got a job, and I was home alone with a 1-year-old, toting around an IV and trying to help her change her diaper, bathe her, do everything I was supposed to do as a stay-at-home mom, and it was so hard. But anyways, not trying to throw a pity party. I just really want people to understand how important it is to do what you're supposed to do. So I gained about, I want to say about 15 to 17 pounds in that week and a half, because of all the stuff that I had to put back into my body. But I have re-lost that weight, and I am down a total of 33 pounds again. Still losing a little bit every day. And that's pretty much my update. It's, like I said, it's been a while, and I'm so sorry, and I will try to stay on it more this time around. Feeling better. I had a couple really big job interviews. I've been pretty sick. Right now, I currently have a job interview. I currently am waiting on a call back for a job interview that I have as a police 911 dispatcher, which that would be completely awesome. I will update you guys on that as well. Not that, I don't know if any of you guys care, but it's awesome to me, so I'm going to update you on it. Went through one interview. I had a panel interview 2 weeks ago with a sergeant, a police officer, and the 911 dispatching supervisor. A supervisor. I made it through that interview. They liked me a lot, even though I showed up late to the interview. There was kind of an emergency. I ended up coming in a couple minutes late, which I never do. I hate being late to an interview. That's one thing. It's just like, oh, well, she's late today. She's going to be late forever. No. I hate being late to interviews. I cried on the way there. I tried not to cry because I didn't want to mess up my makeup, but I made it through the interview. They seemed to really like me, even though I was late. There was 30 people that they interviewed. There was lots and lots of applicants, but not everybody passed the 3-hour-long test that we also had to take. 30 interviews that they did, and only 5 of us made it through to the second interview. And yesterday I interviewed with the chief of police, and he will be getting back to me within the next few days, hopefully getting the job. Anyways, thank you guys so much for subscribing and commenting. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will be here to answer anything you could possibly ask, to the best of my knowledge, at least. I don't know if you guys can tell. I can tell a little bit in my face that I've lost 33 pounds. If you look back at my first videos, my face to me looks a little bit rounder, and kind of like this all the time. I've been getting compliments from my mom and my boyfriend's mom and a couple other people that my stomach has gone down a little bit, my legs are getting a little bit smaller, which is nice because those are two of the biggest parts of my body. So it's good to hear the compliments. Please let me know, again, if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you for subscribing. Please comment, do whatever you need to do, share the videos with anybody that might be getting surgery or that has gotten the surgery, or anybody that's just kind of interested. I hope all of you have a great day or night, whichever it is you're watching this right now, and I will keep you updated more frequently, hopefully, this time around. Bye!